Hello, internet passers-by, and welcome back to Napcast. As always, I am Rebel Notorious. Joining me once again today is Sean.
Hi.
I'm Lena.
Ooh.
And joining us again for his, I don't know what appearance.
So many.
Manuele.
Hello. Said it so many times today.
Friend of the show. Let's just go with that at this point.
Associate.
Associate. The fifth Beatle to our podcast. So today, this is the beginning, I think, of the second season of Nap.
Yeah.
Not that anyone's seen any
care.
difference or cared.
We're not even putting
thanks
season
for that
on.
little
What do you mean? There's going to be
No.
so many different things this season.
Maybe.
Theme tune. Insert new theme tune here.
Yeah.
So for today, I think we're just going to kind of cast our minds back and think about what it's been like doing this for a whole year. And I said this on Anime Lane as well, but some change for us. I'm not repeating myself on that part. So yeah, I don't really know where to start.
We can give updates and stories we've told before.
Oh well.
Oh no. Oh no. No.
Is it
I was
shit show
joking.
3?
I was gonna talk about my croissants.
No, not again.
Look, between bathroom cucumbers and croissants, like bathroom cucumbers.
How
well,
dare you.
Courgette Man was back the other night.
No way.
Oh wow.
Shit show 3.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking. There you go.
He's getting up the episodes.
Filling up the
So I'm
episode
up to-
list.
So I'm up to date.
Like a loyal
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah. Oh.
So yeah, he was back.
He was
on
back.
Friday night.
Oh.
Did you notice him come in
No.
into the store?
Did you sense his presence?
No. I just got
It's here.
told much
just
later.
told.
Yeah.
His
has
theme music
returned.
played. I was thinking Imperial March. That also works.
I was thinking the Angry Birds theme.
Why?
Imagine him walking, strolling to the bathroom.
I didn't get any info other than that it had happened again.
So they just told you it happened again.
And you
Yeah.
immediately knew what they
I
were talking
immediately
about.
knew.
Well, this is podcast content.
So I don't know. It probably happened in the morning. It usually happens in the morning. So
What?
it's probably been
That-
found later.
Honestly,
It's a
I
before
feel like-
lunch.
Gotta start the
you
day off
gotta-
right.
Exactly. I wanted to. It feels more like, a late night thing.
Yeah.
Is there a pattern like of days that it comes like?
Not that I know of.
but every fourth of the month.
Can we
every 2 days or
predict him?
something? Yeah, exactly.
Based on the moon cycle.
No,
Like a fucking
I
cryptid.
I don't think there's a pattern. At least not one that I've noticed. I don't tend to write down every time it happens.
Okay.
Should.
Keep a
Keep
diary.
a diary
Yeah.
like a woman's period tracker.
Okay, that's. Why'd you have to make that comparison?
Because that was the only thing I could think of. Of tracking it. It's been
Yeah.
so many days since he hasn't returned. He's
Oh.
late.
He's late
Yeah.
this month. Oh God, what's that gonna do to him?
Anyway.
Not making that joke.
No, let's not. Anyway. Yeah.
We've told
That
many
was the
folks-
worst
Well, that
way
was
to
the
start,
episode,
Yeah, I'm
guys.
sorry. I'm still making croissants if anyone cares.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
talk.
thank you. I made some a few days ago. Much to your distaste, I suppose.
Stays.
you
Trying to play
complain
it
about,
off.
Process.
you complain about the fact that I make them, but then you're also like,
Yes.
so how many can I have?
Of course.
This time I
He will
filled
not
them.
turn down food if it's there.
Yes, exactly.
Next time I'll fill them with cheese.
He will point out the unhealthy habit you have, but he won't turn down the food.
Yeah.
I made mini ones. It's fine.
Yeah, he's concerned about the hyperfixation, not the product.
Correct.
It's all about.
Yeah,
It's all about
I
the
disagree.
methods.
Come on, I figured out the
The
best way to make them.
hyperfixator would disagree.
Yeah, don't justify your
No,
addiction.
like this, I figured out how to make them filled, so that's progress because it's quite a process.
Tiny little claps. Right
Thank you very much. And it's quite a process. Again, I found my way into cheating on to make them, to then make the process way too hard for myself.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, if anyone cares,
No, don't
not gonna-
reveal it. Don't reveal
no,
the
don't
process.
reveal the secret.
But there is a
that-
process. How
The
to bake
secret
croissant.
ingredient.
There is a way.
yeah.
She doesn't do it that way because it's too hard to do at home.
I'm not. 'Cause
So she finds a shortcut, but the
Yes.
shortcut is even worse.
how dare you? It works.
I feel like we really need some context
Please,
for this.
please.
So
Okay,
to
so
make
to make-
croissants,
yeah.
you basically need to get a big slab of dough
I
and
mean,
a big
I-
slab of butter
I
that
know
needs
how
to be cold.
I know how croissants are made normally.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Oh, well, I mean,
John. So you take
I
the
shouldn't
butter
be
slab,
surprised.
Yeah.
and you need to make sure your room is cold enough at all times that the butter doesn't melt.
It's a
That
hard
makes sense.
process.
It's
So we're like,
crucial,
we
and then
cannot
you
do it
keep
the same.
folding and folding and folding
So
until
what
you
she
have
did,
many
what
layers.
she does, okay, to cut it short,
Like
what you do, you just go to supermarkets and
Go on
she buys-
www. dot.
You buy them.
and she buys the pre-made dough that
Pain of
you
chocolate.
use for pain de chocolat.
Oh, like the just roll.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
that one.
So what she does, she gets the roll, the dough, and she just squishes it into
Circles.
circle shapes.
Supreme croissant shape.
Okay.
Yes, and then it's just to put it in the oven, but you don't know how long it takes, so it's a weird recipe. So it's done a
Because I
recipe.
can't follow
So-
the instructions because I'm not
Well,
making what they want
she
me to
does
make.
for so have you seen the smaller version she's making?
I think so. Yeah.
So she's getting a muffin tin.
Uh huh.
They're like 6 little.
Yeah.
So she puts the thing in there, little croissants, and then of course they
Bulge
grow.
up.
They bulge
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So
You know that those are concave, right? They're not evenly.
No, they're actually
Yeah.
these are they're
Oh,
clearly-
they're like.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because most muffin ones
Yes,
like.
this one is actually a perfect circle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
With the regular muffin tin, the croissants they I don't want to say bulge. They grow, they expand. So what we do, we put a tray on
They
it.
spread.
There's no good word really.
Yeah, we put a tray on the muffin tin, but they are too strong. They lift the tray.
They
So we have
lift
to
the
put.
tray.
You have to put like what do you call it?
We have like a tiny ceramic casserole dish.
So you
put that
so every
on
time
top
we
of
take
it.
it out, we cannot see if you're cooking because it's covered by a lot of shit. Take them out, look at them, flip them. It's a mess.
I think you've made a nuclear reactor.
And then
Anyway, they come out. They're pretty good,
I hate
but
them.
they
It's like-
taste like pain au chocolat.
I think they taste like shit.
Shit,
Pretty
man.
good, but they taste like pain au chocolat.
Which is the dough we use, so it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And also, we've only had this actual supreme croissant in a vegan version, which is still tasty. But
That's true.
I feel like the non-vegan version would be so much better, but we can't find it.
Okay.
Aye.
So, one day.
So would that be like lacto-free, like butter and
Yeah, like those.
Yeah,
those
like plant
vegetable
butter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't work as well, in our opinion. We've attended our fair share of vegan bakeries.
Yeah. Because the only place where they make them, like with actual butter, is London, New York.
London, New York, yes. Petita, a bakery here in Edinburgh, does a similar thing-ish.
I'm
But not
sorry, I
close
can
enough.
feel myself glazing over here.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to pay attention.
I'm desperately
Look,
trying, but
Look, this time I made them, I filled them with chocolate frosting, and they were great. We still have chocolate frosting in the fridge.
Let's keep going. Let's move on.
Moving on.
Supreme croissant.
Anyone else have any news?
I think Courgette Man and croissants were like our only like running
Things.
Yeah.
stories.
Because I don't think we recorded like you talking about the clothes dyeing thing that you were doing.
That got cut
That got
because you
cut.
talked about that for entirely too long before I even introduced anything.
That's
Do
why
you
I
wanna
get
expose me
angry in
once
that one
again?
episode that we talked for 6
Well,
minutes
can-
and they cut all of
the
it.
whole story that she told in the end, it didn't work. Didn't work out. The thing is still.
I'm
vegan.
glad I cut it then.
Failure. It sounded like it was going so well
I
as
wouldn't
well.
say it's a failure. Someone else does think it's a failure,
Would you-
apparently.
The project
you
is getting
wear
from
it now?
orange. It was orange,
Uh-huh.
and the project was making it into black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Now
color
it's
is it now?
green.
It's
How is it
it's-
on a
How
failure?
did you
It's
get
a
It's
that?
failure.
black with green details.
That
It's
could be
85%
cool.
green.
Where do you see
It's
this green?
It's this
No,
green. Yes, it is.
no.
Take a picture next
How did you get that far off?
I want to see it.
in life.
It's
or
it's.
Oh wow!
Oh,
I meant color, but okay.
no, it's not that green. I think, but yeah, it's certain fabrics don't dye as well as others, so they don't retain the
Oh,
dyes.
that's so
that you-
interesting.
No offense, right?
Which means full. Of
This is gonna go so bad.
It's weird. You talk about like. You
How
talk
does
about
his
the most
kind-
housewife things.
Yeah. And then I fuck them up.
Yeah.
I mean, I've said many times, I love following instructions and building stuff, but there are certain things where I'm like, I'm gonna fucking do this.
Both
I'm gonna
of
do it
these that you've
myself.
told, haven't followed any
No,
instructions.
no.
Well, you're destroying gender norms by like just fucking them up completely.
Yeah.
Be proud.
Feminism!
Feminism.
You know, women can do womanly things. It's fine. If I enjoy baking, that's fine.
Just do them right. Sounded a lot worse. Sounded a lot worse than I wanted it to. I'm sorry.
So you bought 3 products to dye your thing, and you didn't follow instruction for any of those.
No.
And of course it didn't work out. I wonder why.
Well, like, I followed the instructions. They're like, soak it for 20 minutes. I'm like, I'm gonna soak for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, how can that make it less good?
No, one of them said boil some water, and then keep it the thing while
Keep
it
it to
boils.
rolling boil.
What she did, she just got some warm water.
No boiling.
And she just boiling. Was
I
it
took
boiling?
boiling.
Yeah, but then it was cold. It was there. It wasn't.
Yeah, but
on
it
the-
was there
on the
for like
stove.
6 hours.
So when it tells you to do something for 20 minutes, right, especially when it involves water and dye, what happens if you do it for 5 hours is that the colour's going to go into the thing, and then because it's in there for so fucking long, it's going to come back out again.
Yeah. I like my little projects. So say what you want. I like my little fucked up projects.
They make good content.
Yeah, exactly. They make great content. I'm trying to think if there's any other stupid projects. We're one Nando's closer to being to all the Nando's in
That's,
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Fuck yeah.
I hate this. I hate this so much.
Yeah.
Where to all the 5 guys though?
Yeah, we
That's
did.
because there's only like,
There's
what,
just
2?
4.
4.
Yeah.
There's
4?
4?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're just one off from 5 guys.
Yes.
That's what we said as well.
Yeah.
Are
yeah.
didn't you say you were trying to go all the Gregs as well?
That is like
That's
a
impossible.
distant project. And
Yeah,
it's,
Yeah,
it's
that's
there's
gonna
a
take
lot
long.
of them.
definitely
Especially because like
impossible.
so many are close to each other.
Oh
like
my
sometimes
God,
it's 3, there's
yeah.
2.
And considering Edinburgh is pretty big, and
Yeah.
Greg's will go all the way to the outskirts. As
Yeah,
well.
because
So
like
that's-
I live in like the outskirts, and there's a Greg's like not far where I am. If you go to that
Yeah.
one, text me and I can meet up.
That's like
Is it Edinburgh still?
yeah, you're still
it's
technically.
still Edinburgh.
Okay.
It's like right on the border. though.
Okay,
It's
okay.
it's like trying to go all the subways. Like they can be a hole in the wall in so many
yeah.
different places. So that would be futile.
Yeah, but yeah, we got one Nando's left now, and it's
And then what? You get the
How
same
many
thing.
Nandos are there?
I think 7.
7, I think.
That's still too many Nandos.
Gonna look this up real quick.
So yeah, the last we've devised this great plan. It's like we planned this all along. The last Nando's we have to go to is Ocean Terminal, and we will go once the
The
New
trams
Haven
open.
tram line opens. We will take the tram. It's Ocean Terminal.
God, you two are sad.
I can feel my soul being sucked from my body.
I love how you guys are always like, oh, you got your shit together. You know, at least you seem like you got your shit together. And then I'm like, I went.
yeah, yeah.
Come on, it's great. One day I'll make
You
like a nice
hold on,
long
no,
video.
hold on. I want to point one thing out, right? You are often the barrier in doing shit for the podcast, whether watching stuff
Yeah.
or researching things because you claim you don't have time.
Researching. Yeah, when I'm in uni, I don't.
You will go at every Nando's.
and 5 guys.
You know how long it's taken us to do this? Like 2 years already.
What the fuck?
And it's more like we had to go to IKEA, and I was like, well, there's the Nando's at IKEA. We have to go.
Okay.
When you
Fair
guys go
enough.
to these places, do you eat there, or do you
Yes.
just like okay.
Just enter and
Nando's,
walk
no,
out.
You just enter and then just like okay off the list.
Nando's, then I walk back from Nando's.
I walked to Burger
It's a very specific routine. I always get the same things because you know you got to be able to rate the same thing.
Oh, that's sad.
I'm sad you don't participate in this, but okay, I can accept that. That's fine.
Wait, he goes with you, but he doesn't.
He doesn't get the same thing every
He gets
time.
the-
Oh,
okay,
okay. I
okay.
thought he just walked in. And then
I thought he was just sitting
Gave her
across
food.
the
Yeah.
Fuck off.
You have your fun here. I'm gonna go over there for the
I'm gonna go eat somewhere else.
I'm gonna go get the actual
There's a guitar
shopping.
shop across the road. I'm going in there.
See you in 20 minutes. But yeah, it's been a fun journey, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it is. Well, what's this episode about?
Well, it was meant to be talking about the first year, but Melina's kind of co-opted it here.
Yeah, no, sorry, because I was just thinking about things I've mentioned before, but go off.
Take it away from her.
Yeah, take this away from me.
So,
Getting into the actual
we are
episode.
20 minutes in almost.
Maybe this should be the prelude.
Hello, Internet. So we've been doing this for a year. I've said that twice now. What?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm having a sense of deja vu.
Get past it. Get on with it.
How has that been? You know, the experience of doing this for a year. What's it been like for you guys?
Nice.
John, go ahead.
I feel bad. Manuel's here, and
Well,
I've just
yeah,
basically
yeah,
targeted
like-
that question at you.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I've
it's
been
fine.
listening for a year.
Yeah, you've been listening for a year. What's
Yeah.
that'd be like? I'm having a strange sense of deja vu again because we've recorded something similar to this already.
Yeah,
that's true.
But it never. It's not for public consumption.
So what have you noticed throughout the past year?
What have I noticed?
Yeah, any change?
That we
Change in
are
our style.
devolving slowly into insanity.
Give us something here, for the love of God.
I don't know. I feel that Napcast is pretty varied. You know, there's so many things.
It sounds like you're calling Anime Lane stale.
No, because Anime Lane is
Anime.
anime. Like,
Structure.
This is more
Yeah.
like
Whatever.
freeform, whatever.
Wherever
know,
our
it's-
minds take
You never
us.
know what we're gonna say here.
Yeah.
No, you know, it's. I don't know. Why are you putting me on the spot? You go ahead.
Stay.
No, don't give me the spot. I'll talk about
You
Nando's.
actually recorded it. I was here. This is my second
Yeah, so
time.
you guys have been doing this for a whole year. You must have
Yeah.
some experience that you could talk about, as in, like, you know, from when we started to now.
Yeah.
You know, what do you think's different? Where do you think we've developed? I feel like I'm doing like a formal interview.
If I could
Yeah.
talk like just sort of personally, I feel way more confident just talking to a mic
Same,
in general now.
absolutely. Because it was not something I was used to. Like, I know, Michael, you've had a mic in front of like your computer for.
I mean, he's not usually recorded and
As if
stuff, but
that
yeah.
means anything.
No, but you're used to. I'm not used to having something in front of my face
Yeah.
when I'm speaking. It's weird to me. I had to
no,
get used to
I'm
it.
not-
I get
I'm
it.
not
I
You
get
get
it.
it.
I understand.
Great, okay.
I'm sorry,
Screw
mine.
you.
I'm not making the joke.
We're ignoring
No,
what he's
ignore
saying.
that. Okay. You know,
Ignore him.
Focus.
so I had to get used to, talking into a mic, which, you think with what we've studied we'd had to do before, but no.
But no,
apparently not.
surprisingly not.
No.
not in this like kind of context where it's like right here
right
in front of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just kind of, learning how my voice works as well.
I've had to do that.
Yeah. Just knowing that I feel like I've been talking louder generally. Like I've gotten more used to just more projecting my
Yes.
voice.
Yeah.
Which is a common issue
That's
for me.
good.
Yeah. So I think we all kind of got better at this.
Yeah,
It was
we've
maybe a
definitely
bit.
Gotten more
Awkward.
confident in just sort of like the setup.
Yeah, because we've had calls before we started a podcast, which we were like, the only difference would be us recording it,
Yeah.
and I think that energy has stayed the same.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're just kind of having a good time. And just
I think some
rolling
of the
with
stuff that
punches.
we devolve into, like just when we're playing like Minecraft and stuff, is way stranger than anything we've ever talked
We
about.
sort of talked about it at one point. Well, like we talked about one of our sessions and like we bred gorillas in Minecraft.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
We should state, by the way, modded Minecraft because gorillas aren't in the main
No,
game.
yeah,
I don't
this
think we
is
specified
the,
that.
No,
last
this
time
is
we
the
talked about
better Minecraft mod pack that we
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, because this is not the only thing we do together.
it. No. We actually are friends.
We are friends outside
What?
of this.
That's crazy.
Where's my paycheck?
You think we're getting paid?
You thought we were getting paid to do this?
Where's my money coming from?
Someone's been sending you money.
Let's not talk about
You
it.
can send some of that to me.
Yeah, so
No.
share it. Come on.
It's student loans.
Well, you have to pay it back then.
Shut up.
If you don't
God, in
think
Scotland, you
about
might
it.
as well not be paying it back.
Yeah.
Don't tell the other countries.
I mean, I don't know what it's like for international students, but like, at least for us,
Yeah.
it's like you got to earn something like 22 grand a year or something.
yeah.
It's a high threshold before you
Yeah.
have to
I
pay it,
think
and
it's
it's
same
like
for us because we are considered Scottish.
We are
so-
technically Scottish students.
Hey.
anyone listening's going, I'm sorry.
Don't you notice?
Yeah.
We've been to all the
Did you know, Ken?
It's all we came here for Brexit,
Yeah.
technically. So that's why.
I'm forgetting.
Yeah. Woohoo.
But it's been such
Loophole.
a weird fucking transition for all of that.
Oh god, we're
Yeah.
going into politics.
Oh,
I mean, that.
let's talk Brexit.
yeah. What are our thoughts on that?
I mean, it's been what 8 years since
God, you're
the
right.
Yeah,
vote,
26.
and it's only really now that we're feeling
Yes.
7
the
years
effects
this
of it.
year, I think.
7. I thought it was 2015.
No, it was
2016.
2016.
Yeah.
2015 was the election before then.
Ah,
where
yeah.
The Tories got the majority.
It feels like the last election.
Yeah, it really does.
Let's not. Anyway.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
How we've gotten used to the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Like, as a former, I don't know if I've spoken about it on the podcast, but I'm not someone who listens to podcasts much.
No.
So I was like, I'm not
I
going to
think
enjoy
I'm the
recording
only
it.
one that listens
Yeah,
to
'cause I don't really-
podcasts.
I've been, funnily enough, doing this has made me more interested in podcasts. So I've like listened to like a couple episodes of some, but I've not become a fully
Yeah.
full podcast
Yeah,
listener.
exactly.
I don't know what they're called.
They're the
Listener.
potties.
Stealing that. I've not become a potty.
Can we say just hello potties?
Yeah.
No.
Should have done that for April Fools.
Please.
I don't like it.
Come on, it's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've gained more of an appreciation for podcasts
Definitely.
in general. Yeah, so that's been nice, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys haven't. Well, you hosted the first episode, technically. I mean,
Technically.
I would say. I say
That
you
was
hosted
because
it.
I had to.
I kind of. If you listen to it, I think I mainly kind of took control.
You didn't meanly take control. I basically gave control to it.
You didn't
because I didn't really
gave it.
want to be the
Yeah,
host.
that's true.
We did it just because I had to, because it was sort of a college project at the same time.
Yeah, I listened back to the first episode, and you suddenly were doing the Hello Internet Passerby, and I'm like, no.
No.
I always got to remember, I coined the term internet passersby.
Yeah, because we were throwing around like, what could we do for an intro? Because
Potty.
Anime Lane had like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember we did it the day up. We were like, so what are we going to do?
yeah, it just got thrown out, and that kind of became the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I stole it from like CGP Grey. Like I just adapted what
Possibly,
he said.
yeah.
Maybe.
Anyway.
Anyway, yeah, it's now the sign on for the podcast.
God, yeah.
You're welcome.
How do we feel about it? Like, I kind of have mixed. Like, I like it, but at the same time,
I've gotten used to it at this point.
I've gotten
so I
used to it. I feel like we could do better.
I think because you
Probably
guys,
could, yeah.
I wonder because you guys don't have to say it. It
We
feels.
should all
it's-
say it harmonizing. It would be hilarious.
Okay, I'm up here. You
I'm
up
down here.
You can do it. I mean, you
You
just practice.
overestimate our ability here.
If we do it now, you have to join us.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
fine.
I'm
Fucking
here.
falsetto.
Call my bluff.
It's an odd phrase to say. Really, it doesn't roll off the tongue.
You can change it.
What's
No,
up,
no, no, I
potties?
don't-
Let's go.
I'm not saying I necessarily want to change it. It's just it's one of those things that I thought I would have got used to saying it, and I haven't. It's strange. It's strange. And I don't know if it's because Nap kind of feels like one of those ones where,
I mean, what's up, weeb sounds great.
What's
yeah,
Up
yeah.
Weebs is great. But I don't know if it's because like Nap is so freeform and that there's no real host. It's like I always introduce it, but I don't know. It feels like one of those things where like it would
doesn't
kind of
really
go in a
need
circle
Yeah.
type thing where like I'd do it one time, you'd do it, you'd do it.
Yeah.
We could start doing that.
I mean, we could
Just
yeah.
make something up on the spot. I'm
I know you're gonna
Yeah.
say, you're gonna say hello parties and groupies from.
We could
Hello,
alternate who
potties
does
and
the intro
beepers.
every episode.
that could be a good idea.
That could be a good shout.
Look at us coming up for new ideas for the
Yeah,
new season.
exactly.
New season, here we are.
Woo.
Basically what this episode's all about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
us thinking of ideas. If you have any, let us know.
Our one commenter.
Our one commenter, which was on Anime Lane,
Ah.
we got a comment from someone on the General episode that
Our
just said
first
General
comment.
is beautiful, and I was like, we never disputed that fact.
Oh, someone just said that.
Yeah.
That's
First comment.
first
On
comment
YouTube?
On YouTube.
Oh, YouTube,
I'm
yeah.
gonna reply. I'm like, nah. I just gonna reply now.
I gave it a like, and I was like, I don't want to respond because all I could respond was, we never said it wasn't.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
what is
That my
the
response
vibe?
would have been, if you listen to the episode, we don't think it that highly of it.
No,
overall.
like I was like, we didn't like it, but we never said it didn't look good. Like
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Because I said it's beautiful. It could be like referring to what?
It was
Just-
also
I
very
said the animation is
vague,
beautiful,
yeah.
but it's like
Yeah.
it's not a beautiful story.
because like
It's not a beautiful-
I'd call Ghost in the Shell beautiful, but that can refer to many different
Oh, yeah,
things
yeah,
about
yeah,
that
yeah.
movie. General is like.
Very much. Yeah, it exists.
I forgot the commenter's name. I'll give him a shout out right now on the wrong podcast.
Hey, we don't know.
He might listen to both. I doubt it.
We're gonna call them the fuck out.
Exactly.
Hey, if you
Up your comment.
We looked at their channel. We know it's a him.
yeah,
Okay,
that's
yeah,
true.
yeah. That,
He
I
posts
forgot. I
workout-
forgot we looked at the
workouts.
channel.
Yeah.
You just doxing this guy all.
Yeah, exactly.
So his
We're
name
trying
is
to
he
give
lives
him
at.
views.
So
Hey,
if you wanna,
IP.
if you're interested in gym videos, you can go and check out Alexis Cardona.
Alexis Cardona.
Yeah, I know.
Sounds like
he
a
does
fake name.
great videos.
I haven't watched
We
any
watched-
of them.
What if we
None
find
of
out he's
them.
like a bot or something?
I would be so
I mean, those
sad.
videos look real.
Could
Yeah.
have stolen them from somewhere.
Ah, that's true. Well, Alexis,
Thanks.
If you're
Thanks.
real,
Thanks for your
Thanks.
patronage.
Yes.
thanks.
Thanks.
We semi-agree that Jinro is beautiful.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, enough of this weeb talk.
Wrong podcast.
What's been like the most fun kind of recording that we've done? Do you think, like, in your personal opinion?
Well, I was just.
I feel bad that you're just kind of sitting here,
No, it's
Manuel.
fine. I can think of like what
I mean,
the funnest.
You were
for
here
me
for the
to
last
listen to.
recording as well. Which
Yeah,
was
you took us
quite
down
fun.
the internet forums.
I'm very sorry.
That was
a good episode.
How many
I really
days
enjoyed
are
it.
in
That
a
was
week?
funny. Yeah.
I listened back to that whole thing like a couple of days ago, and I was like, "Oh, that's so good."
No, it is really funny.
And also because I got to talk about The Simpsons.
We're gonna talk about Simpson today. Don't worry.
Oh, is that a threat?
Yes.
That is definitely a threat. I don't want to talk about the Simpsons.
Because like I really enjoy the AI episode we did because I like reading it and doing funny voices and stuff. It's really
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
It is. I don't want to say lazier content.
No.
That's crazy. Because one of my favorite moments will forever be from the creepypasta episode.
That was gonna be one of my favorites.
Yeah.
'cause Even though we
Because,
were,
like, I think like because the funniest one was the AI, but I was here. But as a
Yeah,
listener,
yeah.
I think the creepypasta one.
We always come back to that clip.
We've
I-
not
even
topped
though-
that.
even though we were exhausted by the end of that, or at least I remember being
I
exhausted.
I think
Oh.
so. That was like, was that the?
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Halloween
when we
month.
done 4.
We did 4 movies. 'cause
Yeah.
We had
Yeah.
Anime Lane and the movies we did for
Nap as
the
well.
Nap
Yeah.
Halloween, which we might repeat this year.
I don't know. We're talking about some stuff behind the scenes about covering more movies and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think if we do stuff for Halloween, it would either be for Anime Lane or we would be doing stuff for Nap that wasn't centered around.
Can we make a comeback for the Halloween quizzes?
We can.
Yes!
Um,
Again, very fun to do. No,
Yeah.
Not great podcast material for listeners, but
no, exactly.
Yeah, no, I think movies would end up getting shifted into. We're talking about doing like a film club
Yeah.
kind of sideshow type thing. And so any Halloween stuff would get moved into there, which would be
Yeah, of course.
different. So yeah, Halloween will be a challenge this year because we'll have to actually come up with content.
yeah, because we were sort of winging it last
Yeah,
time.
we did wing it.
And to be fair, it got some great stuff.
It did,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because again, back to the creepypasta
But there's a lot of
episode.
stuff there.
There is a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do love the creepypasta episodes.
Yeah. Just, I feel like we should do more dramatic readings.
Yes,
Yeah,
I've been
agreed.
thinking about that.
Yeah. You're here.
Of creepypastas or
Or
general.
AIs making up a story about Walter White having a micro penis.
Yeah,
Either
That was Jesse.
Jesse.
What happened to my penis, Jesse?
I'm insecure.
His micro penis.
Little beaner.
Say my name, Mike
Venus.
You're goddamn right.
Oh god.
So yeah, I think because we riff off of each other just so well,
Mm.
stuff like that just works.
Yeah.
But again, it's lazy content, so it feels
I mean,
bad.
that's like podcasts are both high and low effort. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Good podcasts are high and low effort.
Yeah, like it's high effort to make all of it happen.
Yeah, you have the mics,
But it's low
Edit.
effort to sit down and have a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's the maximum like pre-podcast you have to like preparation, like watching anime? I mean, talking
Yeah.
anime. Like,
Yeah. Like that's the most in terms of pre-production.
Yeah.
I think we've only ever done like maybe 2 episodes where we've done like a lot of research.
Yeah.
I mean that's something I'd be interested in doing a bit more of.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
As we progress, but I think it's always like a case of What's actually interesting to sit down and listen to for an hour of like, I've intensely researched Fukushima. I don't know. Because I have an obsession with nuclear disasters. Is that interesting to listen to? Where do you guys chip in? Like, how do you make that episode not overly fucking depressing to listen to?
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the creepypasta episode, I believe it was because I was listening back to it yesterday. Sean, your story was about people cutting off the people. Oh god, they were in the cell.
The sleep experiment.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot we done the Russian sleep experiment.
Yeah,
same.
And we just kept joking about, oh, he's fucking ripped. He's a swole
He's the
man.
boy.
He's a boy.
I haven't listened back to that one since we recorded it. I'll
No,
be
neither
honest.
have I. I think the creepypasta one is like difficult for me to listen back to because my one takes up so.
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
Yours takes up like half of it.
Yeah,
Well, mine was like 10 minutes.
mine's was
Yours was Sonic.
Yeah.
I mean, we got one of the best
Famously
moments of the
Yes.
entire year out of that.
I just think he's neat.
I just think he's
What was
Oh, the kids burnt and the TV
channel?
show.
Oh yeah,
Channel Zero?
Mr. Bear.
The bear.
Oh,
Mr.
right,
Bear,
yeah.
1999, I think it was called, or something like that.
Use your Yogi Bear voice.
I don't know if I
I
can
think you
replicate that
did.
anymore. I did.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do that. again.
Is it gone?
I think so because I can't remember what
no,
I did.
Don't let Yogi Bear
No, no.
go.
The
Bring
only
it back.
reason I was able to pull that out was because we were playing Ace Attorney at the time,
Okay.
and I
yeah.
had been voicing the judge.
That was
Yogi
very
Bear.
brief. That was a very
Yeah.
brief time we did
Yeah.
that.
I kind of think he talks like this.
There it is. That's it right there.
That's it, yeah.
No.
Just with the added echo, which I'm not sure if it's
Yogi
selected on the
Bear
soundboard.
fanfic reading when?
echoes like.
We keep saying we're going to read out your fanfics
I know,
one
I
day,
know.
and it's
For
never-
this summer, it's a goal of mine to actually compile a
There we
list.
go.
No.
All right, Mr. Bear.
I done a lot of that episode from the cave.
I
Yeah,
think you did.
I
yeah.
did.
I like how the cave is one of our mainstays now.
Yeah, we talk about the cave.
It's the cave.
It deserves to be here.
We just have a cave.
I think you should just read bad fan fictions instead of yours.
Yeah.
Like just excerpts, like smaller.
I mean, we
like,
know one.
we know with it.
like that one Harry Potter one where
Yes.
like, it's instead of
The
magic, it's like a
Christianity?
Christianity.
Yeah. You've
We've
never
talked
heard
about
of
this.
this?
I don't read fan. I've never read fan
No, we
fiction.
do. We've talked
No,
about
Yes,
this.
Not the-
because
the
it's
one-
technically not fan fiction. It's a rewrite of
No,
Harry Potter,
yeah.
but they made
I was thinking
took
about another
all the
one.
wizards.
Oh, is it?
stuff
Is it?
out.
There's
I was
another Harry
thinking,
Potter one.
Raven.
Yeah, her.
That's the funny one.
It's like the worst fan fiction ever. Nobody knows if it's satire or not.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
that's so
that
bad.
one,
Yeah,
yes.
Internet Historian did the whole reading of it, and people just still to this day they don't know if it's fake or not.
It's
'Cause
like
so many
it's,
people
it's,
came
it's
forward.
the worst fan fiction ever. It's so bad people can't tell if it's satire
Yeah.
or not.
Oh, I know about that one. I think because of the Internet Historian
Yeah.
video.
Yeah,
I don't know about
Christian
the
one?
No, I-
Christian
So the
one.
Dude, I
Christian
swear
one,
we've
it's-
talked about this before,
Yeah,
like
I think
years
we
ago.
have.
You know what?
I
Now
think
you
I
know how
even-
I feel.
Look,
Like-
just because I have bad memory doesn't excuse you. Don't
So,
be me.
I think it's proven to be satire, unfortunately. The Christian one.
The Christian one.
Oh, the Christian one. I
so
mean,
someone pretended to be like a mom
You're
who
getting it
wanted
up.
her kids to read Harry Potter, but she was like, "No, none of this wizardry,
I
demon stuff."
I remember now. I remember.
okay,
Yeah.
see.
And that was fake. It was true.
I think it was fake. It was proven
that's a shame.
years later to be fake.
Right. Okay.
I mean,
Unfortunately,
if you
it's
read
still
like,
really good.
if you read some excerpts of that, you can feel it's fake because
Yeah.
it's too far.
No, that's what's fun about it.
There's a part where like, what is it? Voldemort is revealed to have like a Reddit account or something.
Really? I don't remember. I've never actually read it
No,
fully.
I
I've read
swear,
excerpts from it.
it's
but-
been years, but I vaguely remember that being like a plot point in quotes.
Maybe we'll read it at some point. Who knows?
Maybe.
reading bad fanfics. Ooh.
That's definitely an episode idea for
I
sure.
think it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
fun one, but don't go for like super long ones. You should go for the ones you know how people just get bored after 2 chapters or something.
Or their chapters are 2
2
pages.
pages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I would have to defer to you guys because I have not got
No,
a
I
fucking
can
clue
find a
about
few, don't
fan
worry.
fiction.
There's a million dead fictions out there that like go dead after like 2 chapters. So
Yeah.
you know.
I have
And
some.
they're so
Yeah,
bad.
like including yours truly.
And they're just so bad it's good. Like I guess.
Mine might be that, yeah.
No.
No, they're not good. Except they're just bad and bad.
What were we talking
Talk
about?
about future things.
Yeah, like
Future
more
things.
Yeah.
content of sort of dramatized episodes. I don't know
Oh
how
yeah,
to talk
yeah,
about
that's
them.
it.
Yeah.
Where do we go from that? Where do we go from Harry Potter Christianity? The fact Harry Potter got brought up at all, I don't like.
No.
Yeah.
Have you heard heard there's a new one coming out.
Oh, stop.
We're not going there.
We're not. If you like Harry Potter,
I'm heartbroken because I used to love Harry Potter, but then
I was
J.K.
in-
Rowling turned out
Yeah.
to be terrible.
I was in the lucky position of not really being that attached to it in the first place.
It sort of sucks because it was a huge part of my childhood and it was also a huge part of my older sister's childhood, and she still loves Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And like I can't tell her that's bad, obviously, because it's
No,
a
it's-
huge part of that. But
I think for some it's very much a separate the art from the artist
Yeah.
situation.
Which I have mixed feelings on.
you see, that's the thing.
Exactly.
It's hard for me to like sort of reconcile that as well because
The art
I
is
feel
also-
like if I contribute anything to that, I in the back of my head I know whatever money is going to that is going to her.
Yeah,
And I don't
also
want to
think that,
support
like,
her.
not only that, like, now that we know what we know about her, some of it's become questionable.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
you look back on it and you can see some oofy
Yeah.
parts. Yeah, I couldn't think of a good way to say it.
No, fair. Yeah.
Because the whole art versus artist thing is like, I can get separating art from artist. Michael Jackson, but he's dead.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can separate the two.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's
Um,
not getting money.
Yeah.
No.
I thought I had another good example and I've just totally forgot about it. But like, people who are dead, people who have
Like fully retired.
who are fully retired, who have paid for their sins, or either sins,
Yeah.
crimes
For their
by,
sins.
by doing time or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that, and they're not making money from it. Like that's fine. But J.K. Rowling is directly profiting off of that, and not only just directly profiting, using those profits
Actively using them.
to be a menace to society, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, to sort of
Yeah.
support like organizations that marginalize like
Yes, disgusting charities.
yeah, like trans
'Cause-
people. It's horrible.
To me, the whole J.K. Rowling thing, it's like Harry Potter became such an ingrained part of culture.
Pulp culture, yeah.
Especially like over here in the UK.
Like even like Netherlands, everyone was crazy for it. Even like I was
Like
slightly too young to kind of watch the movies in cinema
Yeah, yeah.
ish. So I was like, oh, when the final ones came out, it was 16 plus, I believe.
Yeah, because like the first one I remember seeing, because my aunt, who also loves the series, still does, took us to like see the took me to start seeing them in cinema when like the fifth one came out, and I was like 6, which
I
still
remember.
me,
Yeah,
which I got through it fine, but you
Yeah.
know that's when the movies were like
not as
aging
scary.
up a bit.
Yeah. It's such a big part of culture because even now, still, if you go to any like pop culture store, there will be Harry Potter things.
Yeah.
It is the one fandom you almost can't escape.
It's
yeah.
even worse because like we all live in like around like Edinburgh as well,
Yeah.
which is like the Harry Potter city because that's where she
Yeah.
started writing it and stuff, and like a huge part of the tourism is all around that, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like I'd like to say like, is there any other fandom that has the same impact almost or like recognizability? Like you'd say, oh,
Not like
Percy
that.
Jackson, Hunger Games, but
No,
no,
not in
kinda-
that genre.
Not
by a long
currently.
shot.
Like it's
Hunger Games could have come close, but still not even
No.
that close.
yeah. I think it's like one of those once in a generation type things where like past generations had Star Trek, I guess X-Files in a way,
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Which sort of like the thing about Star Wars is that it sort of became like it depends on the trilogy as well.
yeah, it comes in waves.
Yeah.
Whereas and so does Star Trek,
Yeah.
as well.
I'm realizing this, and I've just realized Manuel's wearing
Yeah.
a Star Wars hoodie.
contribute.
Yeah. I'm bringing you in. I'm bringing you in.
But I think it's like one of those once in a generation type
Sort of
thing
things,
where it,
yeah.
it comes in, sinks its teeth in, and even though it, you maybe should let go of it at some point.
Like the target audience for like who are in that generation, like that's never gonna like leave them.
Yeah, even if you are, 40 and still
Yeah.
thinking that you're gonna get your letter from Hogwarts, which
I mean, the whole Disney adult thing.
I was
is
about
a
to
whole
transition to
nother-
Disney adults.
That's a bit yikes.
Yeah, I was
It's
about to
fine
say.
to like things. Don't make them your entire life,
Yeah,
not just
this is,
personality.
It's nice to enjoy things. It's even nice to like know like the sort of history and like especially like the animation side because
Yeah.
that's genuinely interesting, especially early Disney. But like if you're it's specifically the kind of like adults that go there every year
Yes.
and make it like a pilgrimage sort of thing. That's like, that's a bit much.
Yeah.
First of all, it's expensive.
It is also very expensive.
And I hate to say it, but I don't think the theme parks are that enjoyable for adults.
I mean, it's mostly waiting
It's all
in
for
line,
kids.
isn't it?
Yeah.
And waiting in
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're just going for the overpriced food?
To
To
see
see-
the mascots walk
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
See people dressed up as your favorite kid character.
Because like I come across like videos from Disney adults all the time on like my Instagram reels and everything, and like there's people that will do like dress up a little bit and go to meet characters, and I'm like, I hate to say, but that spot should belong to a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you don't have to meet Ariel.
No.
exactly.
You don't have to. You're 37.
Yeah. You probably met Ariel when she first went into the park when the film
Yep.
came out.
Yeah.
So maybe
just don't.
stop.
Yeah, I think I recently watched a video on like Disney adults, and I think it was Curtis Connor's video I watched on it. He's very fun, and he talks about
He's very fun.
he's very fun.
Thanks for that,
Very
Melina.
fun.
He's a fun
Nice
guy.
Big
endorsement.
plug, yeah. And he basically talks about how nasty it is of Disney to not call their employees, but cast members.
Cast members.
Even if you're a janitor,
Even if you work in the
you're
stores.
a cast member.
Yeah, if you
It's
work
like,
in the stores, it's a
oh.
cast member as well.
What a way to kind of like make it seem like a better job
Yeah.
than it is.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
Let's be real.
Because I used to know someone who worked in a Disney store and they were cast members, and the shop floor was the stage and it was backstage
Jesus.
for the warehouse.
What's
if
the
I
sort of calls
recall
their employees
correctly.
associates or something? What's the fast food chain that calls their employees
I think
associates?
Starbucks.
It is Starbucks. You're
That
a, you're a,
sounds
you're an
Wow.
associate.
You're an
That is
associate.
multi-level marketing.
Yeah.
It's
Shit.
kind of.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, like I just don't get it. Just you should be fine being an employee. Don't try to sweeten the deal by being like, I'm gonna go to the stage now. My break is over. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you
But
don't.
you gotta mop the floors.
Time to mop the stage. Like, that a kid peed on the floor. Please, please, for the love of
For
God.
the love of God.
Oh, one of the Disney adults is pissed on the floor again.
That being said, I would love to go to like Super Mario World with the bit there.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
totally
okay.
go with that.
Yeah,
Now,
it looks fun.
if they made a Zelda world,
Of course.
I would line up for that every year.
Yeah.
Because I am sad for that series. And Tears of the Kingdoms is coming out in like 3 days.
Yes,
Holy
it
fuck.
is.
I don't understand devoting your life to a corporation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the other thing that bugs me. Is it's like, you know,
It's very dystopian.
Yeah.
Harry Potter, Star Wars, Disney. They're all very.
Marvel as well.
Marvel,
they're
yeah,
fully
yeah.
in this as well.
It's all very corporatized. What's the word? You know,
Yeah.
like
Corporatization.
yeah,
Just corporate,
Fuck
really.
the
Yeah.
little guyism.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Consume product.
Because you have
Yeah.
like, you know, was it the Wizarding World like theme park? Not theme park, but like
Is it the thing in London?
the thing in London. yeah.
I've been there.
I fucking.
It's.
should've
I was
gone.
gonna bring this up when we were talking about it, but I've got like a lot of photos and like from like 2016 when I was about 15, just of me being there with like my mom and like my sister. It was a good time.
Have
I
you
didn't-
been, Melina?
No, but
I didn't-
the
I
first
didn't know any
time
better.
My family, we were driving up to Scotland and came here. There's the castle. They filmed the Hogwarts scene
Yeah.
outside. I've been there.
I have.
Have
on
you
my
been on the
Instagram.
train?
No.
I have.
That's a historical attraction, and I hate that it's been
It's
like
become-
co-opted
Yeah.
by Harry Potter.
I have 140 photos
Oh
of Harry Potter World
God.
2016.
Fucking hell.
I didn't know any better,
I mean, yeah,
and I wanted. This was before J.K. Rowling was very yikes.
just slightly at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like you know,
Forgivably yikes.
a little off, but you
Yeah.
know, not.
She had said a
harmful.
couple of things that was like, ooh.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was post wizards shit their pants.
They magic
Yeah.
their shit away.
but pre trans people are evil.
Yeah, I
Don't take
loved
that line
how
out of
the whole-
context.
I love the whole. Hey, J.K. Rowling, what did wizards do before toilets? She didn't give it a second thought. Magic, bitch.
I love the Pro ZD video where he's just like, wizards constantly shit their pants. What? We didn't ask.
Didn't she like put a thing of like the regional schools or something like that?
Oh,
Because like Hogwarts,
because
is
she
like,
tried to expand the lore, and
Yeah.
it was terrible.
I mean, there was an American version. They talk about Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, because that
apparently.
movie was coming out. She was like, I should expand the lore, and no one cared.
No one cared.
No. God. It's just thinking to be so obsessed with something is crazy to
Yeah,
me.
like it's fine to like something, but if you're
Totally.
making Disney or Harry Potter, you know, your entire personality, it's an issue.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's sad.
Especially when, you know, they don't care about you. They just want your money.
Yeah,
Warner Brothers want
exactly.
your money from Harry Potter. Disney want your money from the Disney theme parks and all their other shit.
And Star Wars and,
Star
Marvel.
Wars and Marvel.
Yeah, I can't understand people having such a like positive like personal relationship
Yeah.
thinking with a
personal
company.
loyalty.
Yeah.
Like anyone, you know, planning their yearly Disney trip to like the Orlando, Florida. Is it Orlando, Florida?
Yeah.
Should really be thinking twice at the moment, given everything that's going on
Oh yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
But you know, Disney adults aren't going to see that. They're just gonna
No.
woohoo, Disney.
They've got a consumer product.
Must consume.
Must consume.
Yeah, no. Like I found out you can buy a house in the Disney park.
Oh god, you
Oh.
can.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this
It's
still
a
Epcot?
bajillion. No, it's like basically on the side of it. It's next
Oh,
to it, but
okay.
there's a gate, right? You can
Okay.
go. The houses are all Disney themed,
Of course they are.
but like rich people Disney themed, you know? So chandeliers with Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, that
or,
sort
like,
of 1920-esque aesthetic that the Disney park weirdly has.
Yeah.
Who the fuck? First of all, they're crazy expensive.
Yeah,
from what
yeah,
I've heard.
of
Like you have to be fucking Kim Kardashian level to be like, oh yeah, sure, I'll
You
shell
gotta
out
be a
that much.
multi-millionaire.
Yeah. But like, what the fuck? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like,
a decillionaire that we called ourselves once for
Yeah,
that one episode.
Decillionaire.
we're- yeah. Even if I was a decillionaire,
Yeah,
no,
we didn't mention Disney in that episode.
No.
Absolutely
what
not.
we would do.
no, because I just feel like Disney's eating up all the little companies, and it makes me a little sad.
Yeah,
It's
You
a
know.
monopoly,
Yeah,
especially when they buy
Monopoly
Monopoly.
yeah.
Ah, we have collected all the monopolies.
I mean, not to kind of drag it back into weed territory, but like the same thing's happening with like Sony and anime. They, you know, bought manga in the UK, and then that became Funimation. That then became Crunchyroll, and just the output from them has dropped significantly. If it's not, you know, if you're not watching it on streaming, there's like very little chance you're going to get it on home media. Yet over in the US, everything's coming out, and it's just the UK market's just been left to rot. Yeah, like luckily we still have like Anime Limited and MVM, but like they can only pick up licenses that Funimation and Crunchyroll don't have. MVM really only have a licensing deal with Sentai in the US, so it's kind of not fun at the moment, and
No,
it's
I can imagine.
you know, there's nothing you can really do because anime is a niche, so it's never seen as a monopoly, even though they own over like 2/3 of
Jesus.
That's
the
fucked.
UK market.
Even
and
a
yet-
It's like the US. The US, the comic industry is collapsing
Mhm.
because they have no talent. They're just hiring people. No, it's true. They're just
No,
hiring
yeah,
people
yeah, I get
based
it.
on who they are. And like, oh, I have, you know, I'm not gonna say, but you know, it's like they're not getting talented people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
like,
we need diversity, so like we need 20% black people.
Mhm.
And it's like even if they don't know, if they haven't written anything comic related,
yeah.
they put them on the market.
Yeah, because I remember like not too long ago, I think it was like J.J. Abrams' son or whatever.
Yes.
was writing comic books.
Yes,
God,
he
yeah.
was.
No
it wasn't even that
experience.
bad, but it's
okay.
no experience at all.
Yeah,
So-
like they
And-
he purely got that job because
and-
he's J.J. Abrams' son.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if
he
you look
wanted
at the last 15 years of the industry, there is not a single like new person that came out in the last 15 years gonna have stories that in 4 years you're like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It's whole shit. And when they talk about the comics market in the US, like it's thriving.
No, it's not.
It's because it's manga sales.
Yeah, it's manga
sales,
Because
yes.
mangas are selling like crazy because they're not buying comics anymore.
No.
Because they don't buy the floppies, the weekly floppies. The the-
I was when I heard I know they're called floppies, but like
I thought floppy disks.
I thought floppy disk. Yeah, they're getting them on floppy disk.
comic
Wow,
books-
floppy
the comic
things.
books.
is this like records? Are they coming back?
And it's like every week, like 10,000, no, 100 comic stores they just close down. Because what they do, they try to sell Funko Pops instead
yeah.
of comics,
Yeah.
and you know they're also going bankrupt.
Yep. That's like
And-
the same thing with like home entertainment in general, like HMV and kind of like some of the other hard dedicated stores to like and game as well if we're going into the video
Yeah.
game industry. You walk in there now and it's like hardly anything of their like target market. It's all Funko Pops,
T-shirts.
merchandise, T-shirts.
You've been to
Just walk
comic
into
store in
any
the
game
US.
store.
Yeah.
We've been to comic stores in the US,
Yeah.
like in malls and stuff. Even what's it called, Midtown Comics, the biggest one in New York, and it's just merch.
It's
Comics
it's like,
very little. You have to
yeah.
book, like not book. You have to pre-order stuff
Wow.
most of the times because it's just like we're not gonna even bother.
Yeah,
Wow.
like we've browsed stuff, but it was all like, oh, it's based on something that's been made. Like I prefer to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like as much. I remember we found some of the Guardians of the Galaxy, which is movies I really enjoy, but I was like, oh, but that's just you taking that and then continuing. I'd rather see original stuff.
Yeah.
you know?
I buy a lot of my comics digitally.
I was going to say
ever
this is
buy
sort of
them.
heading into the death of physical media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, physical media will always be there in some capacity. Like, it'll never fully die because vinyl. I mean, look at
Vinyl's
that.
making
yeah.
a comeback. For
HMV have like they refurbished like every store recently, and they've kind of really tried to pump up like how much vinyl space they're giving out, but they're so fucking overpriced.
Yeah.
You're talking like £55 for one album,
Christ.
and that's not competitive compared to the rest of other markets, other stores, or digital, even like
'Cause
online
it's,
stores.
It's more of a collector thing. Now.
yeah.
It's not really like a, what do you call like a usable good. It's more of a I collect it because I collect.
Yeah, I think there was a recent thing put out, like a study that I think over 60% of people who buy vinyls don't actually own a record player. I am
See,
in,
it's the
I am
thing,
in
like,
the small 40% that actually listen to the shit they buy.
I'm convinced they use it as a backdrop like for the videos. Or something.
Yeah,
Like, you
I
go to
think
the
that-
visual-
look what I
You know, my
own.
sister,
Yeah.
my younger sister.
Yeah, I
we
think
she
went
has
to
a-
the
she has a-
thrift
she has a
to the
player,
thrift
though.
store to just buy LPs she wanted to just put on walls.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who just buy them to frame them or just
Yeah.
stick them up on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she has a record player.
Yeah,
Whether
she
she's ever
wants-
used it or knows how to
The
use it
little-
is another question.
The-
Oh my god, the thought that she doesn't know how to use it terrifies me so much.
This is the same person that texted me the other week. How do I wash white socks?
Oh,
She recently moved out.
she is going to ruin any record she puts on that turntable.
Yeah.
I think the record player, she didn't take it with her, so it's just
Okay.
at home
But
with
yeah,
my
it's more
dad.
of a but it's like with comics. Like now people they buy paperbacks. Like the hardcovers. And then I get like you'd see on the
Yeah, it's
on
better
the,
for a shelf. Yeah.
But like regular the floppies that I don't know
I'm not
if
trying
they're
not
not
to
valuable anymore because
Yeah.
they're printed like in massive
Yeah.
numbers.
I think WH Smith usually have like
Yeah, I saw
the
it, yeah.
floppies and stuff like that. But again, like I think an issue with that comes down to pricing now. It can be like $4.99 for
It's
like one issue.
$4.99. It was I don't know 50 cents 10 years ago. Now it's $4.99 for like a 24 pages, and they're cutting down pages because they're not able to to justify the not even justify, like they need revenue. They have no
Yeah.
revenue anymore with comics. And if you look at DC, how they ruined their fucking their sales with the shitty books, and the only book that sells is Batman,
Yeah.
and all of the rest is like
I think comics in the West could take like a leaf out of the page of how manga is being handled in the West now, where you have a subscription service where you subscribe and you get the chapters coming out weekly or issues coming out weekly, and then if you want you can then buy the collected volume
Right.
later, and that is like very cheap. It's like $1.99 a month for access to like the whole of the Shonen Jump catalog that's coming out in English. You get new chapters every week, so you can keep up to date. So if DC and Marvel turn to that would probably work really well for
Yeah,
them.
probably bump
Yeah,
them up
but
a lot.
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't know. It's the way they do paperbacks now is to do it every 6 or 12 months.
Paperbacks confuse the shit out of me for comics, because the amount of times that I've like looked at something, and this even goes for like the digital version as well.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've looked at one and gone, wait, okay, so this has this in it, and then I'll look at another one and it's like, okay, well this has the same thing but also this, and it's
need
like
an
3 times
incredible-
the price.
Another thing, yeah, exactly. I know, but if you buy a paperback, it's really cheap. So what people do, they just wait
Yeah.
because they're like,
Yeah.
what's the opposite of waiting? Not getting spoiled. No one gives a shit anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wait 6 months instead of paying $4.99 for 6 issues each. So it's like £30. LP just $12,
Yeah.
$2, whatever. So it's like, why should I even wait? And like people just don't. Even paperbacks now are not getting sold.
No.
It's so manga. It's all manga sales in the US.
Yeah.
I think it's the same here. I think a lot of the comic charts for both here in the US are like topped by manga nowadays.
Oh,
you
yeah.
get when they stop publishing the monthly sales and for just comics, are like,
Wow.
I wonder why they're doing that.
But it's sort of like that same thing of like the New York bestsellers list. That
Yeah,
doesn't
you
mean
get
anything.
paid to get on there.
Yeah.
And it's still skewed because what they do is they look at the amount of number the books the stores pre-order, so they don't actually look at sales.
Yeah,
They
that's
look at pre-orders plus some more. And usually what they do, you know what they do with Marvel, if you want a variant cover, they like you have to order at least 150 issues of 50 actual books. So they're forced to do it because people they want the variant cover. So they inflate sales that way.
I've also heard of like writers that write their own book. They buy a lot of the copies themselves and then give it to schools, which I'm like, that's good.
That's good, yeah.
You're still paying to get your
Yeah.
little badge that says New York bestseller, but okay. It's all just.
I mean,
fucking
everyone
great.
is a New York bestseller.
yeah, like the amount of books that come out every year that's like New York bestseller, and it's like,
Again?
but it came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, New York loved it.
Pretty sure this
Everyone went
podcast would be
crazy.
in New York bestseller.
yeah, like we just release a physical transcript of all the podcasts.
New York
No, on vinyl.
bestseller.
Put us all on vinyl.
Don't tempt me.
I will tempt you.
And then if you listen it like backwards, you just hear like my sweet skin.
If you play it at 45 RPM instead of 33, you get a different message.
if you in the creepypasta episode, if you play the Demon goes to the post office thing backwards, he actually gets his card accepted.
Oh, thanks. Goodbye.
Thank you so
You
much.
get the good ending. Don't tell anyone.
I mean, I'm complaining about vinyl prices when I pay some ludicrous prices for vinyl sometimes.
I've seen you pay ludicrous prices for vinyl.
Yeah.
Because they don't get printed. Like I wanted to get some Radiohead stuff a couple of years ago, and then I was like, I'm not bothering. But like some of the older albums, not even old, like 2000, early 2000, you cannot find them at all.
I
like
have that
crazy
trouble with
prices.
some Black Sabbath and Iron Maiden stuff. Like they either take them in and out of print, or like Heaven and Hell, they haven't reprinted it, and I don't know how long, but you just can't get a hold of it now.
Right.
You can only buy it like second hand, and it's like well over 100 to buy it.
Yeah.
I
have a Black Sabbath, but I think it's a reprint of the very first one.
Okay.
I think so. I think it's
I
an
really
Italian
like
reprint.
that album, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm not a big Black Sabbath fan. Love Dio though. Love Dio. But yeah, no, vinyl's weird because like it's like, oh, not a lot of printing, we have stock issues and stuff like that. And then you walk into like any store that sells it, and it's like they have like 17 copies
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
of Linkin Park.
Yeah.
And you're like,
it's true. They always have Linkin Park and
it's
Coldplay.
like, and it's like 45, 50 pound. It's like, you can surely sell that for
Yeah,
less.
yeah.
That's why you have 17 copies on the shelf.
Plus, playing them is expensive. Like to play them as you should as an audiophile. They're like, you need the
Yeah,
the
my
whole hi-fi.
my
blah, blah, blah.
my turntable was like £150, and that's still like
That's that's
mid range.
Yeah, mid range.
Yeah, I remember we talked about at some point some store we saw a record player. I was like, oh, that would be nice.
But that's just expensive.
And then we're like, yeah, okay, so you buy that. That's $150.
Yeah.
Then you buy one record. That's
Yeah.
another. And I was like, how about we just stick to the Spotify?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Digital
most of my
media.
music listening comes from Spotify, but
Every now and then.
I like vinyl. Yeah, especially like a lot of stuff that I have is like anime soundtracks from like
yeah,
Galaxy
yeah,
Express, Gundam. These things that are harder to come by nowadays.
yeah.
Like I don't think the Galaxy Express soundtrack ever got pressed to CD or anything like that. So, yeah. Anyway, we're how to be.
Oh, God.
Remember when this episode started out as a look back on
Yeah,
like,
that's just been
our
such
first
a
season?
weird.
Look,
you gonna
we
title
can compare
this?
this to, the Ascenders episode we did.
I always introduce Anime Lane as like taking you down the yellow brick road. This has been the fucking yellow brick road. Like, what the fuck
Yeah.
are we be talking about?
Good luck titling this episode.
Ah.
We look back and something
and
else.
forward.
Honestly, you could split this one in two.
This episode is going to be titled, I don't fucking know. Just IDFK.
Welcome
No,
to
just-
season 2, bitch.
Yeah, just do that. I look back, sorta, kinda, not really.
Look back, look forward, look here,
Look backwards.
look up.
Look down.
S2E1. That's it. That's all they're getting.
SB129.
Oh God.
So yeah, I think we've just hit an hour. So
That's us then.
that's
That was an
enough for
episode.
this episode. That's for sure. Oh my God. What the fuck? Anyway.
Well,
We on.
Thank you for
thanks.
listening to this episode of Napcast. Welcome to season 2. As you can tell, it's just the same as the last one.
Nothing changes.
Nothing changes.
Bye.
Goodbye.